In this video we are not going to use one of these cheapy ways to rickroll. Instead we're going to use a rubber ducky. A rubber ducky looks like a USB but is detected as a keyboard from your computer. So it allows us to put in a script on it which will be executed as soon as someone plugs it in. Just like this. I have now plugged in the rubber ducky. And it now runs our rickroll code on itself. The rubber ducky will open the CMD and run the script. Thus the rubber ducky is quite expensive. We will use the Raspberry Pi Pico. This will work the same as the rubber ducky. But before it can be used as a rubber ducky we will have to modify it a bit. Follow the next steps precisely. Plug in your Raspberry Pi Pico and go to the GitHub directory link in the description. First download the zip file. Now go down to the install instruction. If you bought the Raspberry Pi Pico with Wi-Fi extension then download the second one, if not then download the first one. Next we will have to copy the circuit python to the Raspberry Pi Pico. For that open your File Explorer and drag the file to the Raspberry Pi Pico. The CircuitPython will be copied to the Raspberry Pi Pico. And the Raspberry Pico will reboot as CircuitPython. Then extract the Pico Ducky file. Next head back to the GitHub page and download the Adafruit CircuitPython bundle. Then open your File Explorer and extract the Adafruit circuit bundle. After you have extracted the file, open it. Then open the lib file of your Pico and the lib file of your bundle. Then copy the HID file from the bundle to your Pico. Then scroll down and copy the Adafruit Whiskey file and the Essentio file to your Pico. After that, scroll down to the Adafruit debouncer file and copy it to your Pico. Then scroll down to the Adafruit Tix file and copy it also over. Then go back to the download folder and open the previous extracted Pico Ducky main file. Then go back to the main directory of your Pico and copy the boot file over. Then copy the code file over and replace the file in the destination. Then copy the DuckyPython file over. And then copy the web app and the WSGI over. Now the installation is complete and our Pico can be seen as a rubber ducky. Now we have to add our rickroll payload to the Pico. For that we have to go back to the GitHub directory. Scroll down to point 13. Then click at the payload folder. Then choose the library folder. And go to the prank folder. There you then have a wide selection of payloads which you can use. We are going to use the Rick rolling forever. Now just copy the chosen payload. Go back to your File Explorer. Then copy the payload file from the Pico Ducky main to your Pico directory and paste in the Rick roll payload. Notice that the script will only work on English-based layout devices. If you use a different layout, you can use an online layout converter and convert this script to your layout base. If you have done every step correctly, the Raspberry Pi Pico should run this after being plugged in. If you come across any problems, let me know in the comment section. If you want to change your payload, you unfortunately have to restart everything. For that, hold the boot button pressed while plugging in your Pico. Then search in the internet for Flash Nuke UF2 and go to the GitHub directory. Then download the Nuke UF2 file and drop it over to the Pico directory. Now the Pico will restart and boot as the Raspberry Pi Pico. If you want to modify your Raspberry Pi Pico, then you can add this USB adapter to your Pico. This will make your Pico look more trustworthy and help to achieve successful Rick rolls. And if you have access to a 3D printer, then you can download this Pico cover and print it out. You will find the links in the description. In the next video, we will focus on how you can control your Wi-Fi. I will show you some techniques how you can redirect people that are on the same network as you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.